What up, everybody? How you feel? How you feel? Welcome to another dope edition of Dope Chats with Stretch. Yours truly, Stretch, 6'6" phenomenon, coming at you on this good Tuesday. So much to talk about, so much going on in the world, and of course, I'm super excited because I got a dope gentleman coming to the stage. He's been in the game for over 25 years, DJing, producing, just involving himself in this thing that we all love called music. And I want y'all to show some love and give it up for my man, DJ Drake. What up, Drake?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
All is good, man. All is good, man. Hey, man, it's interesting. We were just sitting here conversing and talking about some things before we hopped on live, and it just dawned on me. I was like, oh, Drake. So I know you getting all this Drake nonsense that's going on, man. But nonetheless, man, it's a pleasure to have you on, my guy, man. You been in the game for a minute. DJing, producing, 25 years plus. How has that, when you kind of sit back and think about it, how has that resonated with you that you've been able to do something that you love for such a long time?
I mean, I don't want to say it's astonishing or anything like that, but I mean longevity, man. It's hard to stay in this game for a long time. It's been a lot of reinventing yourself over the years, because what I was doing in the mid '90s is different than what I was doing in the mid 2000s, and it's different than what I'm doing now, or the early 2015, or to what I'm doing now. It's just a constant reinventing yourself as a DJ, and now
Yeah.
as an artist.
Let's talk about it. Well, I want to talk to you about from the artistry standpoint, but I want to talk about it from the DJ standpoint now because as we all know, things change. Long gone are the days of the carrying the crates and making marks on your record so you know where that beat drops and all that good stuff like that. Now technology has definitely put DJing on the map and such a bigger a bigger aspect of things because you have cats who and I hear this a lot from a lot of my friends who are DJs who've been doing it for such a long time, such as yourself, where they're kind of like anti-technology, but do you think it has hindered or helped the culture and the aspect of DJing?
Okay. So that's a good question. That's a great question. So I was one of those people at first that was like, with the technology, like I didn't want to switch over. Like when they first came out with the CDJs back in the late '90s, I didn't want to. No, I never switched over to the CDJs. I always continued to use my vinyl and was still lugging those crates everywhere and all that type of stuff. So I was like one of the last people. And then when they came out, with the Serato and and you could use the computer, I was on the fence with it. And at the time, I was on Power 104.1, Clear Channel station. I don't know if it's called Clear Channel anymore. I think it's iHeart now, but I was on 104, and I was one of those last dudes that I didn't see everybody at first doing it. Like I didn't see Kid Capri, I didn't see people like that switch over that fast. So I was also one of those last holdouts thinking, I don't know. I didn't like the CDJs. I hate the way CDJs feel, so I don't know. But once I did it, man, I'd never look back. Like I'm glad I did it. Like the technology is the best thing. This technology of DJing is the best thing ever, man. Best thing ever. I always joke and say, put another 25 years of life on my DJing of not having to carry no crates or none of that. All my music is in the computer. I could do the same things I was doing on the turntables that I could do, with the Serato and now they got the turntables now they got the Serato looks just like the turntables and with the Pioneers and everything else in the Rain 12. So I'm right at home. Where I think it hurt was that now everybody wants to DJ.
That's where I was getting ready to go. That's where I was going.
Because so before, like I said, with vinyl, everybody couldn't DJ off vinyl, and everybody still can't DJ off vinyl. So you got a lot of DJs that use only CDJs have no clue how to use vinyl. And so when people ask me about DJing and helping them out and stuff, first thing I always tell them is start on vinyl. I don't care what vinyl it is. Just get used to using vinyl, using turntables, because
Mm-hmm.
once you're able to do that, you're able to use anything.
Yeah.
But I've
Yeah.
noticed there's a lot of people that use CDJs or the new technology with the with all that new stuff. They can't use turntables. That's a barrier for them. So I said,
Mhm.
it created a lot of DJs. It created a lot of false DJs. But I love the technology. I mean, you got to keep advancing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny too, man, because like being that my background, of course, is in radio as being a on air personality, and I always was like, man, I gotta learn how to DJ, gotta learn how to DJ. Been doing it for over 28 years and still never like kind of got to the grasp of wanting to DJ because I was like, I missed out on a lot of money for myself because I could have just hosted and DJ'd the party and not have to worry about splitting the costs and all that good stuff like that. But nonetheless, it's never too late because I mean, thank God for technology. But like you said, I've always wanted to learn how to mix and master that joint off of just vinyl itself.
Right.
And so you kind of answered the next question I was going to say is like if you have like one of these young cats that are coming up, what advice would you give them as they want to venture into learning how to be a
I,
mix?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I would tell them is learn on turntables if you can. If you
Mm-hmm.
can't, then fine. But if you can, learn on turntables, get the feel of the turntables. That would be my first step. My second step would be telling them is to learn how to mix. Above
Yeah,
anything, just understand. Just understand how music is. Understand how music is made. You know, understand the bars, 4 bars, 8 bars. Understand the techniques of music, so you can understand the techniques of DJing. When you should come in, when you shouldn't come in. If you know your 8 bars and 16 bars, and if you know song structure, it's easier to mix that way when you know
yeah,
song structure. When you don't know song structure, that's when you get a lot of train wrecks with people trying to mix, and they mixing out of verses into another verse or verses over verses because they don't understand the song structure and how a proper mix should be put together. So like I always tell people, first thing, if you can, turntables, or some form of turntables, the CD,
right,
Rain 12s or whatever. Second thing, we just gonna work on mixing. We're gonna work on knowing your bars, knowing your beat count. You know, those to me are the most important things. Just cutting and scratching and all that stuff, all that, beat juggling, all that stuff, that comes later if you want to get into that.
yeah,
But to be a good DJ, the most important thing you need to know how to do is mix.
yeah.
That's when you got to start. The essence of DJing, learn how to mix.
The art of blending is something that's lost.
Yes. Yes. Because
Man,
it translates everywhere. Like you might not be a party DJ,
mm-hmm.
might just be a radio DJ that does mix shows. You
Yeah,
know, you need to know how to mix. You know, if you're a party DJ, you need to know how to rock a party, but also mix and keep the crowd moving. So, to me, that's the most important thing.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's talk about music, man. Again, you have created a lane for yourself as far as being a DJ, but you're also a producer.
Right.
You've worked on a lot of great music over the years with a lot of great folks. Give me the rundown on the music that you've worked on, and also let's talk about some of the stuff that you got coming out.
So my I started making records when I was a junior in high school. And that was a
Wow.
long time ago. And I was in a group back in high school that did whatever it did, but I went on to college, and from there, like my DJ career, like really took off. So it's been really steady DJing for the last 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, from all kinds of events, from opening DJ for Busta Rhymes and the Lost Boys to DMX to Chris Brown to Keisha Cole to Cameo to doing big after parties for the No Way Out tour for Diddy when they came down to Connecticut, and
Mm-hmm.
you know opening for Omarion, and it's just been a whole bunch of people that I've been able to open for, doing shows at the casinos, the opening DJ for the shows at the casinos. So the DJing has took me there.
Right.
It wasn't until a little bit before the pandemic, I started saying to myself, I want to do more. I'm looking at some of my other counterpart DJs and see what they're doing, and I see how they're getting to where they're getting to the big festivals, and the residencies in Vegas and everything like that. And I'm looking and I'm learning and I'm watching, and again, I know how to make music as a DJ. I'm not saying that it's easy, but you kind of fall into making music as a DJ. When you start blending and you start doing different things with the records and stuff, you're already kind of producing and making music. And so it was maybe like around 2018. I said, I really want to start making records. And then when the pandemic hit, everything shut down.
Right.
And so, I'm like, now's the perfect time. The world is standing still. Now's the perfect time to get their attention with with making music. So the DJ didn't stop because obviously with D Nice and everybody, we all went to Instagram and Facebook. But when that was no longer working, we all went over to Twitch.
Yeah.
And so I've been on Twitch since 2020, and that opened up a whole nother lane with vibing with people from all over the world now, all on one stream. You know what I'm saying? So so again, if I'm doing a party in New York or New Jersey or Connecticut, that's just the people that's there. Now you're on a live stream with people from different parts of the world. So that opened up a whole nother avenue. And so, like I said, it only made sense why I got these people attention. Let me start putting out music. And so in 2020, I put out my first song with a friend of mine, Juan Kuhn from down here. Pretty good success. 2022, I put out a second song, and then last year we put out a third song, and now we got a new song coming out. And it's all I call it Afro soul house.
Okay.
So combination of Afro house and soulful house. So I call it Afro soul house. So yeah, that kind of led to the evolution of me putting out music and how I got to that point.
There's nothing wrong with making good music, man, especially when you find that lane of what you like and that it's going to be, gravitate to not only just, folks that are in your area, but like you said, you going abroad, you going all across the world. So to reach the masses of folks, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially when you got a good vibe, and hopefully, and from the sounds of it, it's going to be a good summer record, correct?
Correct. In fact, I got quite a few songs coming out this summer.
Yeah.
So probably about 3 that's hitting this summer. First one's hitting Traxsource and Spotify on May 17th, and then on all digital platforms on May 31st. I got another one coming out, I believe, on June 26th, and then another one will probably come out sometime in August. So, I'm working, man. I'm working.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Make sure I get a copy of that joint, man, so I can rock it too.
I'm sending it to you. If you love house music, you're gonna love this.
Oh man, you already look, man. I love me some house music, man. So that I'm from Baltimore, so we got a little bit of touch of yeah. You already know, yeah. So that's good, man. That's good. So outside of that, so do you plan on putting together like an EP, or you want to just continue just dropping singles, or what's the next move?
So that's the other move, to put out an EP. So the stuff I'm putting out now is house music. The EP that I put out will probably be more so just R&B, or the hip hop, which is my true roots. That's what I grew up on, a hip hop DJ.
Right.
So the EP, the first single off the EP, which will come later on in the year, is from Big Mike from Day 26. You remember the group Day 26? That was with Puffy. Yeah. So Big Mike.
Funny story. I used to work. I worked at records when I was the digital marketer at Bad Boy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Big Mike is doing the song for me. Body. He already did the song for me. We're dropping that later on this year, and that'll be the start of the EP, and that'll be more hip hop, more R&B. But what we're releasing now is the house music, the Afro.
Yeah. You find that lane, man, and ride it, man, because that's gonna be banging for the summertime.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to do something different, man. I've been in the game for so long, man. Like I said, I'm a hip hop DJ. That's what I came up as, and like I said, around 2018 when we decided to do music, I wanted to do something that I haven't done.
Right.
Again, like I said, as a DJ, I've been blending and remixing songs and doing edits for the last 15, 20 years, you know. So it was just a natural thing, a natural progression to get into this lane. But I just wanted to do something different. And the house music, I feel like was calling me, man. Like go into the house music, start there, and then
Yeah.
work back to your roots of the R&B and the hip hop, you know?
Right. What do you think? What would you say drives you when it comes to this music thing?
Oh man, this music thing's been my first love since I was 12 years old, man. You know, that's what's driving me, man. Like I don't even know. I always say I don't know where I would be, you
Right.
know, without hip hop and without this music thing, you know. Um, so yeah, that's my biggest drive, man. Just the love of it, you know.
Right.
Just it's in every part of my body, man. You know. So that's my biggest drive, man.
Where would you want to see yourself going as far as your career as you continue to, you know, make moves and things of that nature? Like, what is your ultimate goal?
I mean, my ultimate goal is to get on these festivals, man. To get the Coachella. You know, get on these festivals. I'm seeing all these EDM and house DJs on these major festivals around the world. That's, you know, for me, that as a DJ, because I'm not a singer, I'm not a rapper.
Right.
As a DJ, that's like the ultimate. You know what I'm saying? When you're on stage at all these major festivals in front of 50, 60,000 people, that's the ultimate for me. You know.
Yeah.
So
And the cool
I
thing
don't,
about it,
I don't,
I'm sorry.
you know, 80 million records. It'd be nice. You know,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, it'd be nice. But that's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate dream.
But the cool thing about it too, man, is like you'd be the ultimate excuse me, party controller, because you get to have those people in your hands. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? At the moment you drop a record, just to see their reaction when they wild out, you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah,
And I got my thoughts of how I could do things different. Like I'm a studier, man. I'm a Virgo. You know, Virgos are observers. So I observe
mhm,
everything, and you know, I see what they're doing, and you know, my thought is how can I incorporate my roots of coming up as a hip hop DJ and rocking the party with how they do their house music, and you know what they do, and incorporate that with my style. I already got it envisioned out, man. If I could once I get there, I got it envisioned out.
oh, it's already done. You
Yeah,
already manifested it. You already put it out there. So it's gonna happen, player.
sir.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about the state of hip hop, man. It's
Good.
it's a lot going on, man. We had like last week was a very intense week for a lot of fans out there of two particular you know, artists. Of course, I'm talking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Man, what are your thoughts on this beef on wax? Like,
So, so first of all, you know, I'm an old school head. So to me, you know, 90s, early 2000s, 80s
mhm,
hip hop, 90s, early 2000s, I love it. My favorite rappers out today is Kendrick and Drake and J.
mhm,
Cole. You know, I like Big Sean. You know, there's some cats out there that I like, but Kendrick and Drake is my two favorite ones right there.
right,
Um, I like it, but I don't like it. You know, beefs could be cool when it's just kept on record. I
correct.
I I think this one got too personal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of accusations in the world that we live in today. That's all it takes is a false accusation to ruin somebody's career.
Yeah,
A lot of bad accusations, man. You know. So from that aspect, you know, I just want to hear the truth stuff. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear false accusations about somebody. Tell me things that are true, like how it used
right.
to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
When they
yeah,
were at each other back in the days, it was true stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so, and I tell you what else I don't like. I don't like the fact that the media latched onto it.
mm-hmm.
So that reminds me of Biggie and Tupac. You
Yeah,
know, when the media latched onto it, Vibe magazine and every other magazine and all were getting reported on the news, and it made it so big. You know, it was a East Coast West Coast beef. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah,
you know,
because when you get
like
to that
beef.
point,
Yeah. So in that aspect, I don't like that. When I see the news covering Drake and Kendrick beefing, I don't like that. But you know, I'm not gonna lie. Lyrically, they both got it, man.
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
to me, lyrically, them two could fit right into the '90s. They could fit right into that Big Daddy Kane and Biggie era, and they could fit right in there, man. Like literally, they got it, man. They coming at each other, man.
yeah, man. I mean, it's. I was listening the other. I think it was like Friday night. I was just driving, and I was like, I kept getting pinged. It's like, oh, this one just dropped. This one just dropped. So I'm just driving. So I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? From a lyrical standpoint, like it was just, the creativity that it takes for those two individuals to put something together that fast and put it out. You know what I mean? Like, it was bananas. But like you said, there comes a time and place where it becomes, now the day and age that we are living in with social media and, other people creating narratives and trying to, capitalize off of whatever, it can become dangerous. And I think that case in point is with the reports that came out earlier today with someone being shot at Drake's crib up in Canada. I'm just like, yo,
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's when it's going too far, man. Either one of them got into. None of us got into this music industry to die. You know what I'm saying? Or be shot at or attacked like that.
Right.
That's the downfall of it. When they keep going at each other, and it's exhausting, man. It's exhausting to tell you the truth.
Yeah. And because, a lot of times it's not even the two individuals who may have the quote unquote proverbial beef.
Right.
It's the camps.
Right.
It's
the entourage. Right.
Mm-hmm. That will continue to add embers to the fire that will, and no one wants to see nothing that happened, like that we saw between Pac and Big and, whomever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just keep it on wax, man. And, we'll see.
We definitely don't want that repeat, man. I mean, you're talking two of the biggest artists in the 90s, Big and Pac, two of the biggest rap artists gone. We don't need that again, We don't need that again.
Definitely don't need that. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing kind of unfolds. I mean, I was kind of surprised off of the, how J. Cole kind of just dipped out the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what though? In retrospect, J. Cole might have been the wisest one, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get up out of this before, this thing gets ugly. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I love me some J. Cole, man. But I probably would have did what J. Cole would have did, man. Like, what? This ain't, but they getting at it, man. This version of Drake right here, I love it. I love it, man. I mean, he's spitting, man. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't a lot of he's spitting, man.
Yeah, it's like I think from the perspective, and I'm not, I can't speak for him or whatever the case may be, but I think people been throwing darts at him for such a long time. Like he's like, man, let me just let me just go in, because at this point in time, I ain't got nothing to lose, when it comes to the music, to this music stuff. He's like, I've done this, but I can't let people keep, pretty much stepping on my name like that.
Right. It ain't just Kendrick. He got Metro Boomin, Rick Ross. I heard The Weeknd is coming at him now. Like, I don't know, man. This is crazy, man. Like he battling 5 dudes at once, man.
Hey, man, it's like what is it? When you used to play like Tekken or something like that, man. When you getting jumped and you just got to fight everybody. But but the thing is,
he's holding his own.
But he's holding his own. Yeah. But the crazy thing about it is, like, that's where people want to jump on it because they know it's money involved in it now. So, it's no longer
until everything's deadly. Then we're going to be doing these talk shows talking about how did it turn deadly.
Exactly. Because when you think about like a good beef, like I'm talking about like a real good beef, it's like when LL and Kumo D had beef, right?
Yeah.
So that was just that was just straight on vinyl. It never got to, or maybe if it did, we don't know about it. It never got to where you like them two dudes like actually threw fists at one another.
I don't think it did. You know a good one is Jay-Z and Nas.
Yeah.
And when Jay-Z came back out with that after Ether, and Jay-Z came back out with that I forgot, I can't think of the name of it now. But then he apologized because he got real personal.
Right.
You know, I don't know if you remember that, you know.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Mother said he went too far or something like that, you know. That's what I'm talking about. When you get personal like that, man, it starts to get too far. You know what I'm saying? And now they at that personal, taking shots at each other, saying stuff that ain't true, and you know, it's too personal, man. You know.
Hey, man, that Meet the Grams, I was sitting there, my jaw dropped. I was like, whoa, because the fact that, like, you know, from a musical standpoint, the way that he presented it, where he's like just talking to each person in this man's family, to tell him that this man ain't shit. I said, whoa, I've never experienced or seen anything like that ever before. So,
right. So but the one Drake put out, Family Matters, I mean, that was dope. But what I like what Kendrick did was he didn't give it time to breathe, because then he come out like 30 minutes later with grams. So he never gave Drake's Family Matters time to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Like I think when people go back and dissect that Family Matters, they're gonna be like, oh, hold up. He was saying some stuff up in there, but Kendrick didn't give it time to breathe, you know?
Nah, he didn't want to let that thing build up any fire.
Right.
You know,
right.
And the crazy thing about it, I think the crazy thing about it is there's going to come a time, and you know, maybe not in our lifetime, but you know, 30, 40, 50 years from now, these are going to be in college courses, man, where they're going to be breaking these joints down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I could see, like, you know, from a hip hop standpoint, where they're going to really start to implement them into like college courses where you can understand and break down the lyrics, because it's poetry. You know what I'm saying? It is poetry. So it's going to be interesting to see how.
But also, I would say to that, you know, with the lyrics, I hear what you're saying, that they're going to break it down many years to come. But also, what makes me nervous with that is, again, go back to these accusations. You know, people, and I say people, I say the authorities are using rap against people. You know what I'm saying? For something somebody might have said, and now they start doing investigations, and you know what I'm saying, the stuff that's not true, and that's the dangers of it, man. You know?
Yeah. You're right. You got a good point. You definitely got a good point, because that's where you're messing with the livelihood of people's lives, where things can be taken out of context. And yeah, you got a good point. Man. But you know, I'm just hoping that they continue to put out good music, and nothing else happens from that, man. Just some chill stuff, man.
Because you never know. You never know what these knuckleheads out here, man. What Kendrick or Drake or somebody might say, and how somebody else might take it and feel like they defending Kendrick or Drake and go do something dumb, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right. It's still a lot of you know, lead paint babies out there, man. So you know that they're not thinking straight, man. They definitely not thinking straight. But yo, man, I want to thank you for your time, my brother, man. This has been fun, man. I enjoyed talking and chopping it up with you, man. I'm looking forward to all the new work that you got coming out. Make sure I get copies of them fire records that you got. And for those out there who are watching and listening, and they want to be down with everything that you are doing, Drake, how can they follow you on your social medias?
All right, so IG, TikTok, YouTube. I am DJ Drake. That's where you catch me at, and on Twitch at I am DJ Drake. If you want to see me live on Twitch, I'm on Twitch every Sundays, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's live on Twitch. But on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you can follow me at I am DJ Drake.
My man. There
it is. Dropping with my peoples from South Africa, Jemiah Ezra. May 17th, Spotify, Track Source, May 31st. It drops everywhere. It's called Fool for Your Love.
Say it again.
It's called Fool for Your Love.
I bet. There it is. That's my man right there. DJ Drake doing big things. for the culture. Make sure that you follow him. Make sure you tune in and get down with him on Twitch. And you know, I never got on the Twitch, man. I gotta set me up a Twitch account.
Twitch is wonderful, man. You got some of the top DJs on there: Grandmaster Flash, Jazzy Jeff, Scratch Bastard. I was just watching Academics the other day on there. So I mean, Lil Jon was on there at one point. T-Pain. I mean, you know,
that's what's up. That's what's up. I definitely got to set mine up, man. I don't DJ, but I would sit there and watch everybody else DJ.
Man, you can see Cash Money. You can see some of the greats, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, man, but I appreciate you, man. I know you got things to do. Hopefully, you watching the game. You watch who you got in the for the NBA Finals, man.
So my team ain't in there. The Golden State Warriors, you know. So they in it, but I will say right now, my heart is with Minnesota, man. Like,
okay,
yeah. I'm an Anthony Edwards fan, man.
Yeah, they're the new go-to right now, and I like the way they play. So I'm definitely rooting for them as well, man. And it'd be good to see some new faces and some young blood, kind of start to take over the league.
I think that'd be a good matchup. Minnesota in the Celtics in the finals, man.
Yeah, that'd be a very interesting matchup, no doubt. But yo, I want to thank you again for stopping through, man. I appreciate your time, my brother. I look forward to connecting with you very soon. And yo, thanks again for your time and your efforts tonight. And I wish you all the best and continued success in everything that you do.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, brother.
My man. There it is. That's my guy right there, DJ Drake, yo, holding it down. Don't forget to make sure you follow that brother on IG at I am DJ Drake on IG. IG, YouTube, and all the social media platforms, and make sure you tune into him on his Twitch account as well. All right, so I'm out of here, man. Until next time, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful one. You already know what it is. You've been checking out Dope Chats with Stretch right here